and welcome to Exercise Your Thumbs and to the ratings roundup for games that came out on the 21st of February 2014. There's a few to get through today. The first one is probably the very best game name I've ever heard. This is Sorcery Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God by Rising Star Games. This is a role-playing game. You play various characters in a kind of a dungeon environment, battling monsters, leveling up and getting new skills. It has been given a rating of 12 years and over, so it's a legally enforceable one. And the PEGI rating says the 12 is because it contains non-realistic looking violence towards human characters. The violence itself is going to be pretty low-key. And going to be very cartoon-like, because that's kind of the art style of the game. So that's Sorcery Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God, which is a 12-rated game on the PlayStation Vita only, and that is because of non-realistic violence. The next is another PlayStation Vita game, already been released in America and Japan. It's coming out here now. It's called Ys Memories of Celceta, Celceta. So Ys Memories of Celceta. Again, this is a 12-rated game. It is a role-playing game, a traditional turn-based role-playing game. If any of you are familiar with the Final Fantasy games, very similar to that. The content of this game is suitable for persons of 12 years of age and over. It contains non-realistic looking violence towards human characters, violence causing minor injury only. So it's pretty tame, but still has got that enforceable 12 rating. The next one, why on earth this is a game at all, I don't know. I don't give impressions and reviews on here, but I've looked at some of the footage of this next game and really I'm just shuddered to think why anyone thought this would be a good idea. However, this is RAMBO, the video game by Reef Entertainment. This is an 18 rated game. The content of this game is suitable for persons aged 18 years and over only. It contains extreme violence and strong language. This is a first-person shooter, very much in the style of Call of Duty and Far Cry, and it contains extreme violence and strong language, available on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. The next is Rayman Legends by Ubisoft. This is a 7-rated game. It says the content of this game is suitable for persons aged 7 years and over only. It contains non-realistic looking violence towards fantasy characters, pictures or sounds likely to be scary to young children. This has already been released on a couple of platforms. The release on the 21st is for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It is a platform game, like Mario and Sonic were platform games. Absolutely superb, very inventive, and for 7 years and over, a perfect game to sink a bit of time into. Then we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. This has been given a 3 rating, which is the lowest rating that can be given for a game by PEGI. Basically, that means it's suitable for everyone. Donkey Kong's been around for a very long time, has gone through various changes, and it is basically a platform game about a cartoon gorilla, really, and it's very harmless, very good fun. I'm not familiar with the Wii U as a console, haven't ever played on one, but it's very, very suitable for young people to be playing. The next up is Earth Defense Force 2025, which is available on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. It has been rated 12 for non-realistic looking violence towards human characters, mild bad language. This game allows the player to interact with other players online, so there is an online element there as well. Essentially, Earth Defense Force is a first-person shooter where you run around shooting giant bugs. Ants, spiders, grasshoppers, whatever, the size of a bus will be attacking a town centre or a city centre, and you have to beat them up, generally by using huge explosions and also destroying tons of buildings. It's a slightly silly concept, but it's worth a look. It can be a bit of a giggle. It's a 12 rated game though, mainly because of mild violence. The final game that I'm going to be talking about today is actually 3 games in one. This is the 10th anniversary of Far Cry. Far Cry is a first-person shooter that was originally released on PC 10 years ago. And what they have done is they've taken the original Far Cry and given a bit of a high-definition makeover, and the sequel to it, also Far Cry 3, which was released at the end of 2012, and a piece of downloadable content called Far Cry Blood Dragon. This is 18 rated. I'm going to read out to you the PEGI rating for Far Cry 3, which is a game I played last year. 18 rated, extreme violence, multiple motiveless killing, strong language, content that teaches or encourages gambling. This game allows players to interact with other players online. There is no doubt at all the Far Cry series is very firmly pointed towards adults. I played Far Cry 3, it is an excellent game, but it is incredibly violent, it is incredibly scary in places with some absolutely phenomenal voice acting from some very, very unpleasant characters. And there is drug taking in it as well as gambling. You can learn to play 5-card stud quite easily in this game. So not for the kids. It is an 18 rated game, and certainly I could never recommend that anyone under that age play it. So just to recap, we've got Sorcery, Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God. I love that name. Which is a 12 rated game for non-realistic violence. Ease Memories of Celceta. That is a 12 rated game as well for non-realistic violence, both of which are released on PlayStation Vita. RAMBO the video game, 18 rated for extreme violence and strong language, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. Rayman Legends, which is coming out for Xbox One and PS4, which is a 7 rated game for non-realistic looking violence towards fantasy characters. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, which is a 3, suitable for everyone. Earth Defense Force 2025 for the 360 and the PS3. 12 rated game for non-realistic looking violence towards human characters and some mild bad language. And then Far Cry The Wild Expedition, which is 4 games in one package to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Far Cry games. It is rated 18 for extreme violence, multiple motiveless killing, strong language and gambling. So those are the games that are coming out for this week. I'll be here again next week with another roundup of the games coming out for the 28th of February. As always, I will be putting the links to either the websites or some gameplay footage or reviews for each of these games onto the blog and also into the comment section underneath the YouTube video. I hope you have found this useful. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.